Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. I'm Reg Romero. I'm a marketing officer at VCC. Really excited to have you join us for our Experience VCC virtual open house event. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be your moderator today. This time, I'd like to take this opportunity acknowledging that we're on the traditional and unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, the traditional territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. So the session today is your opportunity to learn more about our dental programs. The way the format of today's meeting is essentially presentations by program department leaders or representatives of the programs within dental. Each will speak about 2 to 3 minutes, and at the end, we'll open the floor to address questions. So Q&A will be at the end, but first up, we have Ellen Squires, who will speak to you about the Center of Certified Dental Assisting programs, both the remote one and the on-campus programs. Ellen, take it away.
Great, thanks, Reg. So good afternoon, my name is Ellen Squires. I'm the Assistant Department Head for the Certified Dental Assisting and Dental Reception programs. So for this first part, I'll be talking to you about our Certified Dental Assistant on-site and Certified Dental Assistant distance programs. So our Certified Dental Assistant program has been running for more than 40 years. It is an accredited program by the Commission on Dental Accreditation of Canada. We have been accredited since VCC deployed the CDA program for more than 40 years. It is one of the longest running CDA programs in the province and one of the longest running programs in Canada. It is a well-respected program. If you are a VCC grad, the dental community knows that you have been well educated and you are ready and prepared to enter your profession and career as a certified dental assistant. The accreditation allows you to graduate from the program. You do not have to complete a national written board exam, but it does exempt you from a clinical exam because we are accredited. Our program is offered on a full-time basis over 3 terms. Each term consists of both theory and clinical courses. Theory courses are presented through online activities, lecture, small group discussion, assigned readings, and self-study. Clinical skills are presented in dental clinic, preclinical setting, and laboratory. The clinical competencies are developed on mannequin, peers, and patients. And acquisition of these clinical skills is enhanced through partnerships with the University of British Columbia's dental clinic program and 3 practicum rotations to dental practices at the end of each term. The CDA program starts in September and graduating our students in June. The intake for enrollment is 74 students each fall. Our program is a hybrid model using the learning-based platform Moodle, and we use other online methods such as Zoom to deliver online theory, and we have face-to-face delivery for some theory, preclinical, clinical components that come together to allow you to practice as a certified dental assistant. In some roles, you are working as an operator where you're providing direct services for the patient. So an example might be polishing their teeth or applying fluoride, or you're working in an assisting capacity where you're working across from the dentist and you and the dentist are providing care for the patient. For example, the patient is receiving a filling and the dentist is preparing the tooth and the assistant is assisting the dentist for that procedure. So there are 2 very distinct roles for certified dental assistants. Once you graduate the program, there are opportunities to specialize, and the opportunities that are available in our province is the orthodontic module, where you'll be educated to do some specialized skills in orthodontics, which is braces. There is also the prosthodontic module, where you would receive specialized education to work with dentists and patients who are receiving crowns and bridges on their teeth. And lastly, there is a sedation module where you are working in practice where patients are receiving sedation to help them more comfortable and be more relaxed with their treatment. The sedation module provides you with the extra education and extra skills that you can perform in clinics offered in sedation services. So I'll be talking about the Certified Dental Assisting Program. The distance program is offered part-time. It's a self-paced basis, and students must be working, volunteering clinically for a minimum of 2 days. That's 14 hours per week as a clinical dental assistant in a general practice dental office for the duration of their studies. This is confirmed by our department on a regular basis throughout the program. The curriculum is designed to include in-office clinical experiences which enforce and enhance the course content. So the theory courses are presented by learning management system, again with Moodle, with learning activities, there's self-assessment, study questions and assignments. The courses are completed through independent study where the instructor will support by phone, Moodle, Zoom, or email. Our clinical courses are presented on site at the Vancouver Community College Dental Clinic. Clinical competencies are developed on mannequins, peers, and patients. Our clinic is located at the downtown campus and we share the dental clinic with many programs. There are 39 chairs in 8 radiography rooms. And with our certified dental assisting, there's a lot of job prospects for graduates, no problem with finding employment after you graduate with our VCC certificate. Most of our graduates find work in general practice and they graduate, but certainly there are opportunities in all specialties like public health. People who are in the certified dental assisting career, they are in the career for generally a long time and they find it to be a very rewarding profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. So next up, the dental hygiene and department leader Amber Eris will be presenting.
Thanks very much. So the VCC Dental Hygiene Program has also been at VCC for over 40 years and been an accredited program with the Commission on Dental Accreditation of Canada. It's also nationally and internationally recognized. And all dental hygiene programs in Canada are considered 3-year diploma programs. And that's because that first year of prerequisites is a standard requirement for all programs across Canada. And it is that first year of prerequisites that is used as the basis for the competitive selection to get into the program at VCC. These prerequisite courses are all listed on the program webpage if you want to look into it in a little bit more detail or attend an information session with the dental hygiene department, which is about an hour long and goes into a little bit more detail on all of these aspects of the program. The prerequisites can be completed at any university transfer institution. And then the final 2 years of the program are delivered at VCC full-time, generally Monday through Friday, although there might be a few evenings and weekends throughout the program, and September to June for 2 years. The VCC Dental Hygiene Program prepares graduates for writing the National Dental Hygiene Certification Board exam. And because we are an accredited program similar to the Certified Dental Assisting Program, students are not required to do the clinical portion of the exam, which is a real advantage to students. Once graduates have completed the diploma program and successfully completed the National Dental Hygiene Certification Board exam, they can register to practice with the College of Dental Hygienists of BC as a registered dental hygienist. Dental hygiene is a career in a self-regulating profession, and it does have many career opportunities. Graduates from the VCC program are highly in demand, and we get regular requests coming through our department to share job prospects with our students. And we find that generally all of our students, 100% of our students, are employed well before the program finishes in June every year. There are various and integrated practice opportunities and a number of different healthcare roles for dental hygienists that often include clinical practice, and it may be where people are most familiar with seeing a dental hygienist, but dental hygienists also work in public health, community, education, research, and administration. And dental hygienists play an important role as primary oral health care providers that educate individuals and groups in oral health and overall health and wellness, analyze theory and research to provide evidence-based care, and implement public programs to promote access to quality, cost-effective services. As I mentioned earlier, it is a competitive selection-based program based on the GPA of the prerequisite courses. And in addition to that, the top candidates are selected to write a candidate's questionnaire, and it's the combined total score on based on the GPA and the results of the candidates questionnaire that determine the final standing and the 22 applicants that will be offered seats in the program each year. And that's all for me, but I look forward to hearing additional questions at the end.
Thank you, Amber. And last up, oh, actually not last up. Ellen, I believe you're going to cover dental reception coordinator.
Yes, thank you. So the dental reception coordinator program prepares you to work in the dental reception in an administrative part of the office. The dental receptionist is the first smiling face that you see in a dental clinic. They are part of a team of dental health professionals. The dental receptionist is the first person that you speak to when you phone the office or text or email. The dental receptionist has a very important role in the office because they are the first contact for the patient. They are responsible for all the scheduling of patients. So patients who are coming in as new patients or that are returning for treatment for their 6-month or their 1-year checkup. So the receptionist is involved in scheduling day-to-day for all the staff who are in the office, the dentist, the registered dental hygienist, the certified dental assistant, if they're providing dental care. So that's a major part of their work. And I would say almost all offices are using dental software for scheduling all their patients. The dental receptionist is very knowledgeable about dental insurance because it must be processed correctly for the dentist to be paid for the work. There are many different insurance companies and plan treatments and services provided as to be billed correctly using dental language that you will come to know and understand and use fluently. So those are the two very major parts of the job and major parts of education that you will receive from us. In addition to that, in the province of British Columbia, a dental receptionist who has the radiography module can expose x-rays on patients. So part of the program is the dental radiography course that you graduate from our program at BCC. You will also receive your certificate from the College of Dental Surgeons of BC. It'll allow you to take x-rays on patients as delegated by the dentist employer. So that is an extra credential that you will graduate with from our program. This program is a two intake per year. It is delivered online and face-to-face. It's a hybrid model. For online, we use the learning-based platform Moodle, and we use other online methods such as Zoom. There's face-to-face activities and delivered at the downtown campus. The dental reception coordinator program is offered full-time basis over 2 terms. Term 1 consists of theory, term 2 consists of theory and clinical dental radiography. The courses are presented through lecture. We have small group discussion seminars, online activities, assigned readings, self-study, dental software practice management is the one we use as Power Practice. Clinical radiography skills are presented in practice. Competencies are developed on mannequins, peers, patients. Students will gain knowledge, dental software knowledge and radiography skills, which is enhanced through a 2-week practicum at dental office. So we start the dental reception coordinator program in September, and we follow with another offering in February, ending in mid-June. Each intake, the enrollment is about 24 students. So that's 48 students per academic year. It's not a licensed profession. So unlike certified dental assisting, you do not have to be licensed to perform these duties, but certainly dentists are looking for formally educated dental receptionists who are prepared in their role working in a dental office. Thank you.
And Ellen, funny, I just went to the dentist a couple of days ago, and the dental reception coordinator felt like the most knowledgeable person in the office.
Oh, great.
Everything that was going on with the dentist, with the scheduling, it was
excellent.
I think other than the hygienist who does a lot of talking while I'm getting my mouth cleaned, it's the reception coordinator who actually has a lot of say of what happens next. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad that she was able to help you out and inform you.
Next up, and our final presenter for this afternoon is Ken Izumi. He's the department leader of Dental Technology Sciences. Take it away, Ken.
Great. Thank you, Reg. So BCC is the only public secondary institution that's offering the Dental Technology Sciences diploma program. And our program is recognized by the College of Dental Technicians of BC and nationally by the Canadian Alliance of Dental Technology Regulators. So it's a regulated profession. And once you have your license, you're able to work nationally across Canada. which is a great benefit. Students in our program, they learn we call it traditional, but the analog technologies and also digital technologies, and for fabricating and designing dental restorations like orthodontic appliances, crowns and bridges, dental implants. We are heavily biased towards the digital aspects now. We have a fully dedicated area for the digital scanner, and also with our milling machines and 3D printers. So it's an exciting time for our profession at this time, and it's going from what was traditionally an analog-based, hands-on profession into more of a hybrid, some hands-on and more digital applications. So it's an exciting time. And just recently, we've had the scope of practice increase. We're able to take an impression for sports guards, anyways, not night guards, sports guards. So it's slowly scope of practice is increasing a bit for dental technicians nationally. Our program, we're located in the same facilities right across the hall from the dental clinic with CDAs and hygienists. We handle 2 cohorts at a time. Each cohort, we work with small cohorts, so 16 students per cohort, and we take an annual intake every September. And the program is 2.5 years in duration. There's 5 weeks and 5 semesters in our program, and the first 4 semesters you will spend on campus. We do have some hybrid courses where they're online. They are more theory-based courses, like the bioscience and dental materials courses are more classroom-based. So 80% of those courses are online, and 20% are on campus. But all our technical courses are on campus, and we find that's the best mode to deliver the instruction. The 5th semester is the actual external practicum, and we will place you into different work sites, practicum sites, and you'll spend 15 weeks in different locations, practicing the various skills and knowledge that you have learned during the 4 semesters on campus. And then you'll come back after the 15 weeks back onto campus and finish that last month, 4 weeks, with your mock exam and final exams, and graduate at that time. It is a full-time enrollment, so you're expected to be on campus or attending anyways, Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 3:30. You do have a Christmas break, and we don't have a spring break or a reading break, so our semesters continue straight on. For example, right now, our latest semester goes from February to June. You do get a summer break between July and August, and then that cycle starts all over again. As dental technicians, you might ask, as a graduate, where do you find employment? And like all the dental areas, fields, we've had very positive employment records. So like hygiene, 100% of our graduates have been able to find employment after graduation, and actually most of them have secured some kind of employment prior to graduation. So that's a really good sign. There's well over 200 registered dental laboratories in BC. And so there is a shortage of dental technicians at this time, and the employment opportunities are really good. Last few years, it's been exceptional, and we see that trend continuing on into the future. The big advantage of our program is the 15-week external practicum that you'll be placed into, give you a lot of experiential learning and get that mentoring in a so-called live case situation. Further information in our program, I'm sure a lot of you have gone to our website, and you can just punch in dental technology sciences, and admissions requirements and all that information will come back up. And you can also check on the website for info sessions that we have set up. We normally set it up once a month, and you're welcome to join. They're usually on a Thursday. Welcome to join us at that time. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much, and hope to hear from some of you.
Well, thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
Actually, when you go to the program page for dental technology and dental hygiene, you'll be able to see what we call a program tour video. So you'll actually see a little 2-minute preview what these training facilities look like. And Ken's case in the dental technology science, you'll be able to see
Yeah.
like this in this slide that we have here showing that both the kind of digital and the traditional kind of work training that's being done there. And the video actually shows that even more in depth, showing that what they call the wet lab and the dry lab. And
Yeah, and a digital lab. We have all kinds of
okay,
labs.
3 labs now, yeah. And
Yes.
and as for dental hygiene, you'll see the size of the clinic. I think that's the thing that surprises the most people, because they're used to a dentist office being kind of very closed off and seems very cramped and small. And then you come to this facility and it's huge compared to what you'll see at a dentist office. Okay, I think we've come to the end of the presentation. So now we are in the Q&A part. This question for the panel, it was only meant for dental hygiene, but I think it's a good question for all the programs, and it's about the GPA. What is usually the GPA of those who get accepted into the dental hygiene program? But I think each of you can take a shot at answering this actually. So we'll start with Amber because it was a dental hygiene question.
Sure. Thanks for that, Reg, and thanks for that question. That is something that we hear a lot, and we try and provide a little bit of information to the advising department each year to sort of support any students that are looking for additional information. I will say that over the last few years, the GPA has definitely been much higher with the demand for dental hygiene increasing and our limited seats as well. So the GPA that we're looking at across those first year prerequisite courses, the last few years has really been in the range of about 3.5, even up to about 3.7 as far as the cutoff. I don't think over the past few years we've really gone below 3.5 or maybe 3.4 with the candidates that have been invited to write the CQ, the candidates questionnaire.
Ellen, are you able to answer this question as well?
No, this question is maybe for the registrar. I believe that we do have quite a long wait list. And with our program, if the students meet the requirements, then it's done by, I think, the queue of the wait list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And Ken, is anything?
Well, we require, especially human biology 12, but with a C+ average. So, and one of the following, chemistry, math, or physics 11. But we do put a lot of weight on the portfolio that we request after, they've gotten through the admissions requirements, and then you'll be asked to submit a portfolio. That we put a lot of weight on the portfolio, but it is a C+, minimum C+ grade average for those particular courses.
Another question for Amber. It kind of falls into a line with some of this previous discussion about prerequisites. So the question is, I'm starting my prerequisites this fall and hoping to get into the dental hygiene program. Given the list of prerequisites needed to get into the program, how many courses is recommended to take per semester to achieve an overall good GPA?
That's a great question, and maybe a little bit hard to respond to specifically because it's very individualized. I do hear from the advising department in some of the information that they provide to students that they sometimes do encourage that for some people being able to take the courses part-time as opposed to a full course load sometimes results in a higher grade, just based on the amount of attention that you can dedicate to a course. But it really does vary from individual to individual. The courses can all be completed in 1 year, in one complete academic year, but doing it part-time sometimes allows a little bit more flexibility to dedicate more time to a course or to be able to, perhaps be working part-time or something like that. Sorry, I can't answer the question any more specifically than that because it is something that is so variable from individual to individual, but it would be a good thing to perhaps have a discussion with an advisor about because they have spoken to a lot of students who have gone through a similar process and received feedback on what has worked well for others.
Thanks. We're getting a few dental hygiene questions. So Amber, I think you're gonna have to stay on for a second here.
I'll just leave my mic off, my mic on for now.
Yes. A question from Hannah. After I graduate from VCC Dental Hygiene, can I open my own practice?
The legislation or the regulation around dental hygiene practice ownership recently changed in BC. And so to be a dental hygiene practice owner, you do have to have licensure in the dental hygiene practitioner category. The dental hygiene practitioner category right now requires a degree in dental hygiene. So to access that pathway, many of our students, and usually annually I write support letters for 2/3 of the class, 2/3 of the graduating class who would like to continue on to finish their degree at UBC, and that is just 1 year part-time. We also hope that at some point in the not too distant future, VCC will also be able to offer a degree completion. So just to kind of sum up, generally speaking, there may be some different pathways to practice ownership, but the easiest pathway is to have a dental hygiene degree, which you can complete by finishing your degree at UBC after you get the diploma at VCC, or there may be some other pathways that the regulatory college is working on as well.
Just to add to that question, Amber, Kay is asking how long would that additional, as she described it, continuation be if she transfers to UBC to get that degree?
Right. I know that UBC allows up to 5 years part-time to complete the degree, but it also can be done in 1 year. It's basically a final academic year. It's completely online. It's completely virtual. You are already eligible at that point to have a dental hygiene license. So most people that move on to that degree completion are practicing dental hygienists at the time that they're completing that degree. So again, it varies. It can be completed as quickly as 1 year, or you can take as much as 5 years if you would like to do it a little bit more slowly.
That's interesting. It's not actually one of the questions yet, but I'm curious now. What do you think more and more hygienists are getting degrees?
I think, similar to nursing, a number of years ago, I think that this is the trend that we're seeing. There's definitely a movement nationally to push for a degree as entry to practice.
Oh, okay. So changing the certification to degree. Yeah.
Adding to it. And on that note, I would say too that there are many diploma programs in BC that are a little bit shorter than our program. Our program is quite an extensive program, and that really does cover a lot of the information. Having personally gone to VCC to complete my diploma and moving on and completing my degree at UBC, and this was a number of years ago, I felt that VCC did a very good job of really covering all the content within a complete degree. So moving on to UBC was quite an easy transition.
And if the regulations or certification changes, I guess VCC will be offering a degree program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. We have one last question here from our attendees, and again, it's for dental hygiene. This is, I don't know if you were a practicing dental hygienist at one time, Amber, but it is a question about the job itself. What would you enjoy about this job, or what wouldn't you enjoy about this job?
In our program, we teach a lot about ergonomics, because that is probably the most challenging thing about the job. Is you do have to recognize that you're sitting in a chair for many hours during the day for the majority of positions, and it can take a toll on just neck, back, shoulders. We need to be aware of maintaining good health and exercise and appropriate positioning and all those sorts of things. So I would say that's kind of the one challenge, but we address it very well in the program, and we provide tools that are going to support future dental hygienists in being able to be active in a career for a long time. As far as what's the best part about the job is, I would have to say engagement with the variety of clients that we see. That, once we have that foundational knowledge under our belts and we really know how to perform well as a clinician, it is that engagement that we get ongoing with a variety of different clients that keeps the job very interesting and keeps experiences very variable, and makes every day different.
All right. One more question came in. How can I get the information about the candidates questionnaire?
That's also a great question. So we've developed sort of a facts sheet that is linked within the program webpage. So I would suggest going to the program webpage, and I'm not sure if that's already been posted. I think it's near where the video is, but around the admissions requirements, you will see a highlighted link on the webpage around the candidates questionnaire. And that links to a little bit more information about how it was developed, how it is assessed, really as much information as we can provide to any prospective candidates.
Another follow-up question. What kind of questions are in the questionnaire?
That's also a good question, and it is answered a little bit within that fact sheet as much as we can answer it. They really are sort of general questions in our information session that's a little bit more lengthy and goes through it. For security reasons, we don't talk in detail about the questions, so we do try and keep them secure, but it is, sort of general questions about what's your knowledge of dental hygiene. And I always encourage people who might be considering a career in dental hygiene to check out a number of dental hygiene websites, such as the College of Dental Hygienists of BC, the British Columbia Dental Hygienists Association, or even looking for an opportunity to shadow or observe a dental hygienist that's working in private practice, or asking a few questions of a dental hygienist that you personally see at a dental office would help as well. So we're really looking at, does this person have a little bit of understanding about what the expectations are around dental hygiene? And then just some general questions as well. Often these types of questionnaires include questions related to, how you personally manage yourself and studying and ethics and situations like that. It's very sort of situational. There's only 5 questions on the questionnaire, and it was developed from a questionnaire that has been in use for a fairly long time.
And we have another question. Oh, this is going to be for Ellen from Wendy. Are there seats still available for September intake for the dental assisting program?
This question would be for the registrar, but I would say that when students are offered a seat, it'll happen sometime in June and throughout the summer. If you are waitlisted for this year, I believe that the registrar will keep your name on the waitlist for another year, so you don't have to reapply for the next intake. Thanks for the question.
Final question. This is originally from Hannah, and I didn't address it earlier because I was wondering how many people might ask the same question. And it's about what Ken was talking about, info sessions. Generally, the info sessions are listed on the program pages. So as new info sessions pop up, we end up adding it to the program page. But there is one place on vcc.ca, and I believe it's vcc.ca/info sessions. It's hyphenated, info-sessions, where you can find all of our program info sessions. So not just the ones featured here, but everything that's available will show up on that big directory. So that's one go-to place that if you're, trying to find out what you want to do and want to hear more from the instructors and the people who provide you the training, that's the one-stop shop for it. But otherwise, they do appear on program pages. So specifically for dental hygiene, to address Hannah's question, when is the next one? I actually didn't look, so I can't tell you offhand. But Amber, do you know offhand when the next one is?
For the dental hygiene program, we haven't scheduled them yet. We're just going through our applicants for the September intake now. So it will reopen, I believe, in June. And so we'll start holding info sessions again in September. And we usually have one a month, September, another Experience VCC in October, and then November. And then we will often have a couple in January and February leading up to the cutoff date for the application for the year.
Right. And because intakes for virtually all the programs here, I think, is September, most of the whole application and info session period is probably October to February, roughly, for everybody. Yeah, seems like it. That would make most sense. So that's it from the questions from the attendees. I actually have one question. People always want to know, some of these programs are available from private schools. So what's the difference? Why would I go to VCC instead of just going to a private school that teaches this? So I think both Ellen and Amber have that situation, I think.
Yes, that's actually a great question. So the private schools to be approved with our regulatory college do also need to be accredited by the Commission on Dental Accreditation of Canada. So they are both deemed to meet the entry to practice competencies for dental hygienists in Canada. I would say, though, that we do get a lot of comments about the VCC program, the way that it is managed. Again, a very long-standing program. We are also, if you look at cost, you do need to understand that a private institution is a for-profit planning program, where the public institutions do get support from the government around tuition. And so if you were to look just directly at tuition comparisons, I think that you would probably find the biggest difference there.
Thank you. Any comments for you, Ellen?
Oh, I agree with Amber, is that we have private colleges who are either non-accredited or accredited. So not only with those students who are in a private college in a non-accredited course, they would have to do the clinical national board exam as well as the written. So there's an extra additional cost, some more stress for the students to be put in a clinical setting and then to perform at a different facility and to be tested. Again, with tuition, because of that provincial mandate of the tuition not increase of no more than 2.5%, you'll see that our tuition amounts are a little more competitive. There is you might notice on the certified dental assistant on-site and the distance program, there is a bit of a tuition difference, and that's because our distance program went to update the curriculum, and that's what we're doing right now currently with our on-site. So there is that little bit of difference.
Yeah, usually when you have a program review, there are enhancements to the curriculum, and because of that, there's a slight added cost. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Okay, fair enough. So before we end, a lot of these services you'll find on our website in more detail. If you like what you heard today, here are some of your next steps. Talked about attending an information session. So that's something where, an hour long, up to an hour long, you get way more in-depth information. And eventually we'll, be back in person and you can actually visit the facilities. Maybe I can ask the panel. I don't know how soon that's going to happen, but have you already had discussions about having in-person info sessions this year?
We had an info session, I think it was in December, but we decided to move the rest of the online info sessions to be online.
Yeah, but is there any talk about going to in-person in the fall maybe, or?
Possible. We'll see what happens in the fall. So we're always open to do on-site info sessions, because we do a little tour of the dental clinic, and that shows potential students the dental clinic space, which is quite large.
We found that the looking for silver linings through the pandemic, we found that virtual info sessions has really been one of those. We've found that the attendance has been really high. It's can be very convenient for people to just be able to log in and ask any questions through the chat function. We also have, of course, the added benefit, similar to Ellen, we would always do a clinic tour as well. But since the wonderful video that marketing has done for us, we have sort of captured that piece as well, and be able to show that that clinical space through the video. So I suspect that for interim future, we're going to be continuing with virtual sessions.
We're the same in the dental technology area. We find the Zoom beneficial. We have more participants, and we do always invite them if they want to actually physically visit our facilities to come down, make an appointment, and we can tour them through our facilities for sure at that time. But the Zoom has been a good way for us to do our info sessions.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a great afternoon.